Welcome to Vacation Bible School Short Takes. These videos are designed to have very brief, but hopefully important information on a lot of topics related to Vacation Bible School. My topic tonight is all about effective enlistment. My name is Sandy Coelho, and I work at the Baptist Convention of New England in the area of leadership development, and I hope this topic will be helpful to you. I'm going to give you 10 principles to think about as you get ready to enlist your volunteers for Vacation Bible School. I'm going to use 10 objects that I hope will help you to remember some of the principles I'm sharing today. The first one I want to remind you of is prayer. And I have this package of donuts to help us to remind us that do not forget to pray. Prayer has to be one of the most important things that you can do as a Vacation Bible School leader in the area of enlistment. You should be praying for everyone that are potential volunteers for your Vacation Bible School. And before you even think about approaching them, bathe them in prayer, bathe the job, the task you're asking them to do, bathe that in prayer too. And get others involved in helping you pray for your Vacation Bible School enlistment. So prayer, I have to say, is key. Number one, pray. And when you get the resource sheet, I'm going to have a couple of ideas about how you can promote prayer through some donuts. Number two, enthusiasm. When you're enlisting volunteers for Vacation Bible School, you have to be excited. You have to believe in what you want your volunteers to do. If you're excited as the leaders, you can overflow that excitement into the people that you're asking to serve with you. And if they see your vision, if they see your excitement, they're going to want to be involved. So don't forget excitement, enthusiasm, number two. The next thing, I use these binoculars to help us to remember that we need to make sure that we know what we're looking for, that you know what you're looking for in Vacation Bible School. Do you know the areas of Vacation Bible School that needs to be volunteers for? Is it crafts? Is it missions? Is it preschool volunteers? Is it for snacks? You need to make sure that you know what you're looking for. And some of the things that you want to probably think about and make sure that your volunteers have are some of these qualifications. First of all, a Vacation Bible Study leader or Vacation Bible School rotation leader, whatever volunteer in Vacation Bible School, you really need to make sure that they have a relationship with Christ. And that doesn't mean you can't have some other helpers who perhaps are they don't have a relationship with Christ. That's great. But make sure that your Bible study leaders and your key leaders have a really strong, growing relationship with Christ. You want to make sure that your age group leaders understand and know the groups that they're teaching or the areas that they'll be in. You want to make sure that they have the qualifications for that. You know, do they have the leadership ability to lead to other people? You'll need to be thinking about that. So make sure that you know what you're looking for. You're looking for dependability. You're looking for loyalty. And make sure as you enlist people, they know exactly what you're looking for. Number four, important. Have a calendar. Start early. You know, it's right now, it's February and March. That's a lot of people will say that's really early. Vacation Bible School is not until June or July or August. But you know what? It's never too early to start thinking about enlistment. And when I talk about being too early, I'm talking about things like prayer. Begin to pray. Begin to think about what are the areas of Vacation Bible School that I need to enlist for, and begin planning and thinking and talking and all of that. But you need to start early. It's so very important. The next principle is the pyramid principle. If you're the leader of Vacation Bible School, you'll probably be the one that enlists the most. But I hope that you won't enlist everybody, but you'll allow some of your leaders, some of the people that you enlist, to enlist others. So you'd be at the top of the pyramid, and you would be enlisting some other key leaders for Vacation Bible School, and then encourage them to enlist their teams. For example, if you have a rotation leader who's doing snacks, you enlist the primary leader. Let them know exactly what you're looking for. These are what the qualifications are, all of that. But then allow them to get their own team members and work with them if they're not sure of who to ask. Do things like what I said at the very beginning. Start with prayer. Pray with them, because this is an opportunity for you to develop leaders in your Vacation Bible School, and let them have the opportunity to be able to enlist those that they're going to be working closely with. Another part of enlistment, and you should have this ready when you're enlisting, is a leader information booklet or a sheet or something. You want to be ready with some information about your Vacation Bible School. Let them know that you've already begun thinking and planning, and put it in writing. And this is something that, won't just work for 1 year, but you can certainly use it for many, many years to come. So having a volunteer orientation booklet is always a good thing. I developed this years ago, and I mean years ago. We were doing the Big Apple. If anybody remembers the themes for Vacation Bible School, is a long time ago, but I've been able to update it as I go. And every year I give this to my volunteers ahead of time so they know what to expect. So having a leader information booklet is super helpful when you're recruiting. Another thing you want to have when you're recruiting people is have the curriculum available. Have the Bible study guides if they're going to be Bible study teachers. If they're going to be rotation leaders, make sure that you have their books ready for them. And when you're enlisting, actually give them the books and ask them to go look at them, pray about it. Some may say yes right away. Some might say, no, I don't think that's for me. So they'll give you the material back, and you'll go to the next person that God's leading you to. But it's so important, again, that you're ready when you're enlisting them. Sometimes we talk pie in the sky, and we don't give them all the particulars and details. But when you're ready for enlistment really, truly needs to be with all the stuff that you can give them, like the orientation guide, the curriculum, things like that. Having that ready for them really is key. Another thing to be ready for when you're enlisting people is have the training event ready. So make sure that part of your planning for Vacation Bible School is to have a training event ready to go. And so this is something that when you're recruiting, you say to them, everybody needs to be at this Vacation Bible School training. And don't make it so long that it prohibits a lot of people from coming, but make it as easy as you can. And you'll notice on mine, I'm going to provide childcare. So that might be something that would be helpful. So training is so important, but have it ready when you're enlisting so that they know that they're not going to just have to look at the books and figure it out for themselves, but you're going to give them some guidance through some training. So training is so important. Another piece that you want to have when you're enlisting folks is a volunteer job description. I have one here. I have a page description for most of the different places that I need volunteers for Vacation Bible School. I have one for snacks. I have one for missions. I have one for the parking lot attendant. I have one for the registration person. And if you're using Spark Vacation Bible School this year, or probably any curriculum that you're using for Vacation Bible School, they probably have job descriptions already written. All you have to do is cut and paste them and figure out how they're going to work for your context. So make sure when you're enlisting that you have a job description. Again, it's something you can give them when you're asking them to volunteer, and then allow them to take that home, pray over it, and see if that's something they think that they would be interested and excited about doing for your Vacation Bible School. So we've talked about prayer. We've talked about being excited. We've talked about the qualifications, what you're looking for. We've talked about getting that early start. We've talked about letting other people enlist with you. We've talked about having a leader information booklet or sheet to have ready. We've talked about having your curriculum ready. We've talked about training, having a training event ready for your volunteers. And we've talked about job descriptions. One thing that I think is so important is when that person says yes, let them know that you're excited, and maybe give them a little appreciation gift just to say thank you. And if you look at mine, I tell them that they're worth a mint, and I give them a York peppermint patty, the big size. And I tell them, thank you for saying yes to VBS. So that's 10, I hope, helpful principles and tips that'll help you with your enlistment. Now, I'm not going to leave you there. I'm going to say goodbye for this short takes, but there is going to be a resource sheet right with this video that can help you with some really practical things. And for example, I told you I was going to give you some practical things you can do with some donuts to get others to pray with you as you get into enlisting for Vacation Bible School. I really hope that this edition of VBS Short Takes was helpful. Hope you'll join me again next time for another Vacation Bible School Short Take. In the meantime, God bless you.